Hi everyone. So we have created a workspace and also we have created a lake house. We have uploaded a data file. We have uploaded a file right now. Today we intend to now upload the file or load the file data into a table. So basically you can see that if you have this diamond, you have a fabric content, I'm using a fabric trial workspace, and this is my demo workspace and lake house demo. Let me just open the lake house because we have previously loaded data. We created a sub folder into these, and that is called my data, and within my data we have a sales CSV data. Now what we want to do now is to load this file data into the table folder. When you load it into the table folder, you are able to access it through SQL endpoint and write some query from there. So how do we do that? Before we do that, just let's give a bit of background. There is something also you can do, shortcuts. You can do shortcut because in many scenarios, the data you need to work with in your lakehouse may be stored in some other location. While there are many ways to ingest data, there are many ways to ingest this particular data into one lake storage for your lake house. Another option is to just create a shortcut. Now if you look at it, if I click on this three dotted line, you'll be able to see that there is something called shortcut here. If you click on that, I will just access where you can have your shortcut, because shortcut enables you to include externally sourced data in your analytics solution without the overhead and risk of data inconsistency that is associated with it. So new shortcut will mean I want to connect to Microsoft One Lake, which is Fabric. I want to connect to external sources like S3 bucket. The data will be resident in S3 bucket. The data will be resident in Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. The data will be resident in Dataverse. You are not copying the data, you are just making a snapshot of the data within your lakehouse. That is what shortcut will be. But for this demo, I would not be creating a shortcut. So let's just close that. What I intend to create is to load this particular data now into the tables that we have up here, so as for us to now start querying it based on Delta data type. Okay, so how do we go about this? First thing first is to click on whatever we have in here. From here, the dotted line, I will just use it to either I want to upload, but this time around I want to load to tables. So basically what I intend to just do is to load it into a tables. So I'll select load to table. You can either load it to a new table or load it to existing table. I don't have a table presently that I want to load it to, so I will just click on new table. The file type is CSV. It's coming from CSV, comma separated, and my data is what I'm giving it. So let me set the name to be sales here. That is a comma separated. Let's see. Loading my data to table sales lakehouse. Voila, so this is successful already, and as you can see that you now start seeing that there is a sales and there is a triangle on these sales. So the sales we have now, there is a triangle on it, and which tells us now that this sales data is powered by a delta table. So it's a delta table, and I can just click on it so as to view whatever I have. In fact, I can click on this arrow to see the columns that I have within my data. All these are the columns that I have within my data: sales order number, sales order line number, order date, etc. So I've clicked on the sales. I should be able to view it here. So you have opportunity of seeing just the 1000 rows of data. that you have. So basically we have that at this level. So what I intend to also do or see is what are the other components that you are able to see within this particular sales. So if you click on this three dotted sign line, you will be able to see a lot of things. Either you refresh, maintenance, properties, view files. I can click on the view files to see what I have. You see delta log and you see part of the data. Yeah, so in the explorer pane, what you're able to see there is that the table has been created as sales table, and then we are able to see the data log. So files for a data table are stored in package format here and included a subfolder, and that subfolder name data log. I can open the data log for us to see, which contains details of the transaction that are applied. So the JSON file, everything. So this really help you to log in some of the analysis and things that are done on the data. So what I just do is go back and basically go back to the view of the data again, and this is how you can create a table from a file that you load into your Lakehouse. So what we intend to do next is to start querying data based off this particular table that we have. Now we can write SQL statement query on this. So in our next video, I will show you how you can use SQL endpoint to load or write or select some of this column and do some analysis. Thank you.